Welcome to MJ Welch Palm Beach Multi-Estate Auction. For those, this is auction 141. For those who are new to our auction, I'll share with you, we represent people all across the U.S. and many countries where they ask us to help them with the estates of a deceased family member or downsizing, going into a home, or even just downsizing, moving back to their parents, to be near their family, I should say. So this auction will also include some restaurant equipment. We picked up a closed Subway, so we bought it, and you have an option to get some of it. If you know restaurant people, you may want to take a look at it. I'm going to start off right here. This one of the estates. It's $1.5 million condo. She was 92 years old. She passed on, and this is on the ocean, Boca Raton. She had this little table chair. This is vintage piece on the patio, and these two tables are very heavy iron. They have come from a different estate, but it has the beveled glass tops, very nice. We got two of these big green planters. You may want to look at those. In restaurant, I picked up two of these coolers. They're in like new condition. Like I said, if you know somebody that in the restaurant, these two coolers are great. We also picked up this bar out of a restaurant. Black slate top bar, very heavy with the footrail. Now, we also represent a gentleman who bought a $3 million condo in Boca Raton, and he's going to use it for rental, and they had a movie theater in it, and he wanted to get some items out. He didn't want the renters to have this stuff in there. This is a popcorn popper. It's a $600 machine, new, and it doesn't even look like it's been used. That's in the sale thing. The opening bid is about $50. These are wall mount tile dispenser. Those are also good in the garage for your hands. I picked up this vintage Pepsi-Cola rack. Good display. If you got a retail store, it'd be really nice. Whether it's food related or something else. And also it'd be good in the garage just for a nice stand. It's a little Victorian window bench there, iron window bench, very nice. I'm going to show you, every auction I always let my daughter do a sidewalk sale. For you folks in the area, you might want to take a look. Yeah, excuse the sun, it's really bright right now. There's a cat box there, they can climb on the cage. She wanted to show her little pumpkin. The guy here is new, and she has just a few pieces. I don't want to bore you too much, but she does get usable goods. Let me go through here, and then we'll get back to the auction. The winter's coming. If you need an oil burner, there's the stove she picked up. I'm going to go back over here. Retirement home. I had to go in there, and she's going to med. She wanted me to sell some of her old stuff, the old Figaro lamp. This is a hand-carved wood, two elephants joined. And this is a vintage bar. We've had that in a couple auctions. People now using the bars are nice and comes with the stools, and I think the bid's only $300. We have a vintage. This is a sculpture. It's signed, and it's called the Charity Patient. That's a doctor. Now, the lady took this and found a lamp base. This is just sitting on a lamp base. That's how she had it for a lamp. So she's a sculpture. You can look it up. It'll tell you who it is. If you got kids, grandkids, or you're a collector, you may want to take a look at that. That's new in the box. This is a mosaic metal table, mosaic tile with mother of pearl inlay. Nice little table. Got a little spotting scope there. A vintage basket down there. These are like Pier 1 or one of the stores' candle holders. Here's a vintage demi-lune. This is a marble top, white marble top table. Nice little console table. There's the Empire style. It's got the dragon bronze lamp. It's bronze, nice piece. Got your diamond cut globe. That's got some age. This is a deco piece on acrylic base. It is signed again by the artist, and I'm sure on the website it shows you who it is. Footed crystal bowl. We have Art Deco sculpture. There's a Murano grapes. The leg lamp. I haven't had one of these probably in 15 years. That's the second one I've ever sold. Lights up in the leg or just the shade, either one. It's sitting on a small table, marble top again. That's a nice little table. I didn't put the shelves. There's two shelves on the bottom down here that go on there. And this is, what's that, piggy car plate. This is a vintage. I couldn't pass it up. This is vintage, like 1960 clothes hamper. I got a tilt table, tri-leg. This was in the ladies' condo on the ocean there. It's a tilt top. Okay. The big home we talked about remains. It had in different rooms. We actually had two dehumidifiers. This piece, the monkey stand, that came out of a retirement home. This rug, I think, I gotta change. No, it's the other rug. Okay, the colors are like green and white or green and beige. This rug over here, I think we had it listed as tricolor. It's not. I better go change that. Here's a vintage lamp. This belonged to the elderly lady in the condo. And a little footstool. There's another footstool. Here's a metal vanity stool. And here's some more piggy cars. There's 4 of them there. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4 of them. Different ones. Everyone's different. Got a couple gold metal candle stands. Picked up these 4 hydraulic bar stools. Let's see. We got this vintage mirror. Nice looking mirror. It's came out of the condo on the ocean there. She also had this clock. It's a vintage type clock, probably again back in the 60s. It's plastic, it's not wood. And the very tip, if I didn't tell you, it looked like it had been glued up there, but it shows it and actually keeps time very well. We got this vintage brass headboard. We've had in a couple auctions. Nobody seems to want it, so it may stay here a while. It's very, very nice. You could use it on a king or a queen. We got an antique fireplace fence. This brass. That's a fireplace fence. Okay. Mirrored pedestal. It's got this deco sculpture, very, very deco. She's actually made of plaster, okay? And then we have these porcelain Meissen style reticulated plaque. See how they, very nice pieces. Let me go around here. I don't want to jump around. Here's a mid-century French bronze. That's bronze, black marble, both top and bottom. This one is missing the acorn that goes right there. I'll show you on the other one. This is Swarovski. Very nice piece. This is Swarovski. This is a different estate. Lady went into a retirement home. She had a huge selection of Swarovski. This is bronze. And a little trinket ring, or it can be an incense burner. But he's bronze. I got a pair of these lamps. They came out of a condo in Boca. Let me move over here so I don't get too far away. Lady went in a retirement home, had a huge collection of Hummel. Remember Hummel used to be real big? Well, we're selling them in lots of 12. There's 12. There's 12 there. There's a Yadro puppy dog. Yadro, young man there. And I forget what you call him, but he's a porcelain piece. I got 12 more Hummels there. We got some, these used to sell for big bucks. You remember? Some of you older people like me will remember. There's 12 more. Crystal bow. I got a Great Dane. Let's go up here. This is a baker's rack. If you know anybody needs a baker's rack, we got this Christmas tree. The rental house didn't want to leave it. 7-foot tree. It says it comes with everything on it. We got these pots and pans. Moses would be great, only he has 2 glued fingers in his hand and 2 missing over there, but as you can see, you don't see it. So if you like Moses, it's a nice piece. There's seashell. That looks to me like an old Murano, probably 1950. Hand-painted Limoges picture. We got Judaica items. I got 4 pieces of Judaica there. Little ammo back there. Vanity light, new in the box. We got Lennox. Looks like 3 pieces. This is Roy Albert, I think. Roy Albert. Those. These are old vintage spoons. Okay, the house, $3 million house, had a movie theater in it, which I've had a few houses I've gone into in our area there, and they have these movies. This is a $5,500 JVC projector he took down, or had it taken down, and he wrapped it up, and he bought a big screen TV. He didn't want the renters messing with this, I guess. Another Hummel collection toy truck. There's some coral back there. This is a vintage clock. Regulator. Okay, there's a sculpture piece there. You have to look on the web and it'll tell you who it is. This is a little vanity stool. It could be used for a piano stool because it has storage in it. I got these $3 million home again. He had us take these Bernhardt dressers, beds. We got the dresser over there. I'll get to that a little bit later. And the nightstand. Mainly we have these. We got some Murano glass flowers. There's a nightstand. There's an anniversary clock there. It's battery operated, keeps great time. And of course, there's a Royal Dalton little baseball lamp for the kids, grandkids, kids will be in the bedroom. Venetian mirror. Let me go. Here's a Chinese rug. That's 2x3. That, where'd that come from? It came from condo. Here's a nice brass alabaster stand. Nicely, very heavy. I saw one of these this one has been glued on both sides. Minor. Okay, got the rug. Couldn't pass up. We like animals. Little tabby cat, ceramic cat. This is a Wyman. This is vintage piece. A Wyman curio table. You got the English hallmarks. These are sterling silver with the Corinthian column candlesticks. We got a signed bronze hummingbird. We got a bronze cat. If you're interested in that, I actually measured it and weighed it for anybody that needs to ship. And here we got a tray of Swarovski crystal. There's some more back there. Okay, these chairs, these are Lexington chairs. I would guess they sell over 2,000 a piece. Came out of the expensive home. He did not want, because they're in like new condition, he didn't want to take a chance of damaging the chairs. They're like new, they're perfect. Fabric itself is very expensive. These are Henry Don display cabinets. Again, they're a little vintage, very expensive when they were new. I'm gonna try and open this up so we don't get too much of reflection. Here's your $3,000 Swarovski bowl. It comes in a case, I'll show you later. This is a beautiful piece here. This is a sign of art sculpture. Look at the design on that, very nice. This is Swarovski. That little bar you see in the top is a ring holder. Put your rings on, okay. And this is a little, okay. And we got some crystal decanters. These are heavy cut crystal candlesticks, Lalique ring dish. This is the Swarovski again. You can see what's back there. That's a good one, the elk. It's a cookie jar back there, I guess. Crystal Swarovski. There's some vintage pieces, little martini glasses. Swarovski crystal. Here's that's a silver metal prayer book, you would call a Bible. Okay, oh, this is vintage Murano. And for you who don't know, the old Murano had real gold in it. And this is an old piece. I would say that's 1950 at the latest. Okay. Little serving plate. It's like a lucite stack paperweight of pennies, in the 1970 pennies. It's a China set. You can look up the names when I get through. Let me go to this other side. I think I need a little WD-40 on those. Okay, here's some good cut crystal back here. Look at those. That's a soapstone in pristine condition. That's all hand done, you know. I think he's a Yadro. Looks like one. This is jade, Chinese. Well, it's not jade. We call it what? Bow tie carving. A bow tie carving. It's Chinese. This is an unusual piece. You see the different heights. These are custom-made silver vases, and that work on the outside is all hand done. Interesting. Here's my favorite. This is Rene Lalique vintage Base, very, very nice piece. Yadro, again, more Swarovski, forgive me, Swarovski sculpture. Crystal. I'm going to show you. That's Swarovski there. That's an assortment of Swarovski. This is an assortment here. That's crystal. There's Swarovski there. More cut crystal. And of course you got a package down here is actually a bunch of hinges. We could replace the hinges. And there's the turning. We could replace the hinges if we wanted to. Whoever buys these, if they buy both, they get the package. If they buy one, we split the hinges up. Okay. I don't want to miss anything here. Let's go to another table. See, here's the piece that's missing on the other table. If I can, that's missing on the other table. These are Swarovski. This is a nice piece. When I saw it, I thought it was a J. Strongwater, but it's not. But it's a beautiful menorah. Here's the other lamp. Walnut inlaid dining room table, 10 chairs. I think we got a $200 bid on that. If that sells for $200, it goes for $200. These are hand done, tile. Okay. And let me go back over here. We got these two mirrors back here. See the hanging tassels? Those are probably 1920s, 1930. This is a bank. That's a bank. I think that's made in Israel. It's a rare piece. Royal Dalton. I don't know who all these figurines are, but they're all in the sale. Here's a little mirrored footed tray you can use to put whatever you want, dresser items. Yeah, I think that one, Jadro, I don't know what that one's, Cybus, C-Y-B-A-S, Cybus. This is Bernhardt. Nice piece. Nice piece. It's like it's not been used. That came out of the $3 million condo. Okay, down here we got some, again, Judaic items. Oh, this is heavy. This opens up. See that? Okay. That's a lot. Assortment, one number buys all. Got a little package, Murano glass, candy, and so forth. That's this is all Hummel back here. This is a German piece. Now we just noticed, thanks God, to one of our people emailed me and said, "Did you know it's missing this?" I said no. And it may be missing something else, but I didn't. It just stood out. I thought it was nice looking. These are all Hummel, one number. That's a Yadro. That's an amethyst. And that's amethyst. Back here is a vintage. It does break down. You could put it in an SUV. Gentleman gave it to me says it's German. I keep looking at every sale, and I'm going to call it Dutch. I've not seen this one. I've sold 100 wardrobes, armoires over the years. I'm going to say it's Dutch. Okay, let me go. Oh, I got this freezer. Probably you local people. I keep this to keep it aired out, but if you're in the neighborhood, you may want to take Look at that. We used this a couple of years ourselves. Everybody wanted to buy it, but we were using it. And when this one's empty, this is, I finally got everything over. When this one's empty, I'll sell this one. We got a paper shredder down there. Here's a mid-century mirrored chest. Again, this one is almost like it's not been used. This was in a guest bedroom, so it probably wasn't used that much. Mackenzie Child's Cups, a 24-inch high lava lamp, a little designer purse. These are mid-century sconces, candle sconces, very rare. This is a lighted world globe. You can turn the light off if you want. Nice chest, 3-drawer chest. You see, again, doesn't look like it was been used. I mean, that was actually in the closet. A nice little rosewood jewelry case, or chest. It's got the brass hinges, brass trim. These are bottle stoppers, more Murano. Here's a vintage lamp that came from the condo in Boca. We got the safe. If you're local, I don't think you want to ship this. I used this about 10 years. Downside, I got another safe, not as big now. I don't have as much money no more. Okay, box lot. It's got miscellaneous stuff in it. Okay, but that's a little box lot. This is a, it'll tell you who made it, the plate. We got these Chinese vases. Each one is different, even though they look similar. You see this one has the handles, that one doesn't. That one has the lion. This is a crystal-footed bowl. Let me go back over here. We got several chandeliers I'll show you. Now, that Swarovski bowl came in this case. So whoever gets it, we'll put it back in the case. It's almost like she never took it out. It was in the case when we got there. Here's a chandelier, and there's a bunch of crystal down there. We're not going to spend the time putting it back on. It has a crystal ball that hangs from the bottom, but that's one of the chandeliers. This is a French bronze chandelier. You got the trumpet players. Very nice piece. There were 3 in this house. We could not get to all of them. This was in a 10-foot ceiling. I got it. The others were in like a 20-foot ceiling. Here's a clarinet, vintage clarinet. It tells you whose it is. Boombox, Mackenzie Child's again, teapot. But that's like, it's new. These are nothing but drawer pulls. Brand new, a ton of them. If you got bedroom furniture, want to change the bread pulls on, there you go. Kitchen cabinets, there you go. Bathroom, you got enough pulls for everything. This is a Comet, Jason Comet microscope. You can watch the stars and so forth. There's a new clock. Here's another chandelier back here. Okay. I forget who makes these. You can look them up. You got the giraffe and you got the elephant back here. This is a makeup mirror, you know, lights up around here, and you got a dimmer switch. Put it whatever strength you want, or you can just use regular. That's magnified, I think, and the other one is regular. But you know what that is. Up here we have a chandelier. Those are glass. I think one of them's got a nick, but it's hid by the rim. See a lower rim? So when you set the globe in, you don't see it. But this top piece here, somebody did glue it, and it looks like they used Gorilla Glue, and they should have used glass glue. If you had used glass glue, you probably wouldn't even see that. But that whole piece there at the top actually lifts off. It just sets over the light, so it's easy to change. For mine, I would clean the glue off and use glass glue. And these are actually, a magnet holds them to the frame. This is what we got, and it looks like it's missing two, but you don't see them if I hadn't have told you. But nice chandelier. Okay, what else we got? I want to slow it down a little bit. I think I pretty well got this room. Let's go in the other room. Got a mirror. You got this litho. Nice piece. It is signed and numbered. This looks like to me, a dresser mirror, but we just have the mirror. There's the bronze, ornate bronze mirror. That came out of a 92-year-old Chinese lady estate. We sold her stuff. She spoke no English, but she had some great stuff in her house. This table, you got 6 chairs. Here's the piece here. This is in the Deco period, per se. That is Mexican carved wall mirror, but it has the different, it's wood and nicely done. Let's see what we got over there. We have a bunch of scuba stuff. You got the tall blue fins. There's another pair about 1/2 to 3/4 the size in yellow in there. Suitcase. We got a clothes steamer. We got the Deco Tanger. That's French, linen backed, original. Got a couple vintage chairs. That's a slipper chair. There's an oil on canvas, nice subject. And I got another nice one here, oil on canvas. Okay, I got these chairs here. There's 6 of these chairs. There's a tall tree. We got bamboo wicker boat, whatever you want to call it, basket. Those are Prada shoes, I think. This is Burberry. We just got, there's Gucci. We have a lot of Chanel, mink. We got a lot of hats. What else we got over here? Oh, this is nice. Came out of the condo on the ocean. This is a painting, 369 panel on silk framed. Nice piece. Those here in the Asian, you'll like that one. There's another, I don't know if that's a print, a litho from here. These are wall shelves. You can use them in the kitchen for, I guess, skinny bottles. I don't know really what you got, but they're heavy, well made. I said somebody's bound to have a use for them, so I got them. You got Electrolux. You got the carpet washer, and you got this octagon mirror. It's a vintage type mirror too. It's really nice. Look at that. Okay. Now, I don't think I left anything out. I left out this little, this is just a print, of course, but it's got the old bicycle race in France. Okay, I think that pretty well does it for this auction. You got any question, of course, you can email us, text us, go through Live Auctioneers. That's our hosting company. Be glad to answer, and I've been answering questions all week. If you're in the area, come in and preview. I'm here every day from 8 o'clock to, say, 5:30 anyway, unless I need to wait for you. But enjoy the auction, and hopefully I'll have another one shortly after this one. Thank you.